Trojans. Taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Breaks into the open. Powers through. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what... First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams...
Lofts one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a crease. It's Lewis. Fighting off the defender. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. In your own territory, fourth down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Trojans are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still there.
There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. He now has 106 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Makes the catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looking to fire. Going deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And this offense stays aggressive. Pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks to this defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on fourth down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. sends the offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Throwing right. He's got him wide open. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Penn State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The last drive was promising at times, but stalled out. They turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Buys a little time with his feet. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another yard.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for space. It's Lewis. Makes a drive moving and give them a first down. The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed.
Turning it on! Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity.
Stride inside the 15. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The Nittany Lions started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Going to swing it on second down. Still looking, on the move. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Making side adjustments here. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
To the air on first down. Working that left side. He's loose. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Rides it and reads it. Now the toss. Find some fresh air. All the way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast and met him there and forced the TFL.
And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Out routes are timing routes. The QB's got to throw that before the receiver gets out of his break. He was a little bit late, and as a result, it's incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. In this defense right now, they have no answers.
With the catch, it's Ash. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It can get frustrating chasing that quarterback, but you got to pull up. Roughing the passer penalty gives him the first down. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. From the gun, he leads it with the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Now the play fake. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Firing to the right, complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone.
Oh, he's got some space. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Lost a throw on first down.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Motion from the wideout. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Unleashes one. On target over the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Nittany Lions want to move quickly. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Going for 6. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game. And defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Okay, backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was saying he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. Off play action. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Trojans will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Smacks him with the stiff arm. Rimmed out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. The snap sets up to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, he's got room. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs.
There he goes. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. And the Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback sneak trying to get a push. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. They've got it to a 2-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the 3rd quarter. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Took care of it himself. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another 1st down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. A little release to the back. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here. Yeah,
and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find them.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. After making the interception.